Albert Lawrence here at the Survivor Philippines red carpet for Reality Wanted. Tonight we're going to talk with the top 4 from this season to find out how they were ready to outwit, outplay, and finally outlast everyone that they came up against this season.
I gave the audience more than they wanted to experience. I think by the end they were like, come on, woman, put your big girl panties on or get off the island.
The reunion with you and your brother, I don't think there was a dry eye in the house when they watched that. When you go back, do you still get a little misty-eyed?
Oh, yeah, even watching it tonight, and my baby brother was right down there in the front row, so it was like on all layers. Hitting me hard.
One of the rare moments that we saw from you where we really saw some true bite was when you were discussing Malcolm in the finale and then the second to go up, and you made a pun or something about him wrapping his arm around you and then, stabbing you and all of this. How much of that do you still stand by, and what was going through your mind that made you verbalize it in that way?
I respected that. That is the way you win this game. Is you take people out and then they still write your name down for $1 million. That is brilliance, and that was actually a comment. That was actually a compliment.
Do you think that you were then distracted by your keen eyesight on Malcolm? Did you miss the fact that Lisa and Denise really did stand a great chance against you within the final 3?
When it got down to the final 7, I looked at all final 7 people and I thought, anybody could tell a story to win this game. So Denise definitely made less enemies. She definitely played a more, but in the spirit of the game, outwit, outplay, outlast, I believe I embodied the spirit of that game better than Denise and Lisa sitting next to me. And I never thought Denise would get a single darn vote. And I watched the game and I watched the edit and I watched her strategic play and how she just sort of, and I can see why she got votes. And I believe the game doesn't lie. It is what it is. At that moment in time that they wrote the names down, she was the best player.
And so, for example, when you told Denise at the very end, as you had finally gotten voted off, and you told her, basically, congratulations, this money is yours, how much of that was sarcasm and how much of that was a genuine belief that you've got this in the bag now, Denise?
Denise had it. I mean, I think me and Denise had a little cocky-ass conversation at the Final 4, so one of us is about to win. Survivor is a social game at its core. The strategy and physical secondary. So the being able to interact with a wide range of people, having experience with old Christian women and old crazy men and Denise has the filthiest mind you have ever seen. I think that never made TV. There's your.
You have to ask her about that. Then,
Tell her I said she's got the filthiest mind in the planet. But to be able to switch on a moment's notice, deal with all these people, actually really played a big role in my success.
Welcome, Denise, and congratulations on winning this entire season. Now, earlier tonight, Malcolm told us that you have somewhat of a potty mouth that we just did not get a chance to encounter on the show. Talk to us about this.
I need to find him and throw him under the bus for this. I do. I'm just who I am out there, and poor guy. I mean, he was stuck with me on, through Matt singing. So I do. I tend to have a potty mouth, and I'm throwing F-bombs here and there. And poor kid, he's, not quite half my age, but, I was like the gross old lady to him out there. He's like, oh, you gross old lady, the stuff I'd say, I'm 41 years old. You don't want anything hanging out in a challenge. So poor kid, it's like, oh, he's seen way more than he ever needed to see and heard way more than he ever needed to hear.
So much. We appreciate you giving us some time, Denise. And congratulations again. All right. Thank you. And you heard it right here at the Survivor Philippines finale. Denise walking away with the check, and we're walking away with even more insight into what happened during the gameplay. And it's a wrap here on the red carpet for Survivor Philippines. And now, if you think that you can outwit, outlast, and outplay everyone in the next round of Survivor, make sure that you sign up for Survivor Karamoan.